a negative, not a minus. About negative 1.12. Now that's not what I like. So now we have to do a little bit of thinking. Why don't I like negative 1.12? Yeah? Okay.
It's not in radians or degrees.
Grab a different one for now, I'll take care of it. This is in radians. No, decimal and fractions are all fine. It's not my problem with it. It's negative. I don't want it to be negative. I want it to be positive. What's the lowest radian in a circle? 0. If we're not going negative, 0. Everybody look up. I know that it's easy because you keep on thinking this is 0, this is pi, right? This is 2 pi, there's your radians. Okay, do it in decimals now. 0, 2, 3.14, 2, 6.28. So it's kind of like what this is saying is that it wants your answers between 0 and 6.28 about. Okay. So what is negative 1.12 equivalent to? Here's 6.28, right? Which direction is negative? Down. So what do I have to do? Subtract. So take 6.28 in your calculator. I'm trying to use the broken calculator. You're right, it is broken. 6.28 minus, what was it, 1.12? That gives us one of the answers, which is 5.16. And I realize that it looks weird because this one is in fractions and this one is in decimals. That's fine. But last time when we were doing this, one of the answers was here. Look up. One of the answers was here, and one of the answers was on the other side, right? Symmetric. So if one of them is, what was this, 5.16, so maybe one of them's like, I don't know, here, maybe? Wait, here's 5 radians, so about there. So the other one must be up here. So if I also take pi and I subtract 1.12, I'll get my other one. So if I take 3.14, subtract 1.12, I get 2.02, which is my other one. So these are for the different quadrants of the circle. It was a hard one to understand. All right. We're going to try one more time. Last one. Example 4. Cotangent x, parentheses, cotangent x plus 3, parentheses, equals 1. And I want my answers, we'll say, between 0 and 360. Okay. Ideas. Gustavo. I think so too. Normally I'd set them equal to 0, but this doesn't say 0 over here, right? It says 1. So I'm going to write cotangent squared x plus 3 cotangent x. And while I'm at it, I'm going to subtract 1, get it all on one side. If I made an x problem of this right now, what would go on top? Negative 1, because this is like x squared plus 3x minus 1, so it'd be negative 1 up here, down here. 3. Can you think of anything that multiplies to get negative 1 and adds to get 3? No, this isn't factorable. What do we do when we've got a quadratic that isn't factorable? Use the quadratic equation. We wrote a program for this. Program. Good old NUSQuad. Good job, past me. Anybody lose their program? I know you did, but I'll figure that out one moment.
I don't know where my calculator.
Which one's yours?
30.
Oh, I know where it is. Is that where your program is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you use mine today.
2B should have it as well.
Why don't you grab 2B right now?
Okay.
Or not? 2B. All right, well, what should we type in?
1,
Uh,
1,
oh no.
3.
3, negative 1. Oh, I'm definitely wrong.
I got the same.
I know, well, it's definitely wrong because of the parameters of this question.
Oh, well, you just gotta,
Nope.
you gotta do 6.28 minus n plus that.
Mm-mm.
You gotta change it degrees.
Degrees, yeah, degrees is what I need. Now, I could switch them by hand. That sounds horrible. I'm not gonna do that. Let's just go to the mode and change it to degrees. And then I'm just gonna run my program again. If you hit a second enter, it'll just throw the program in there again. 1, 3, negative 1. Oops, did I not save my mode? Oh, it is actually the same. Darn it. Well, we'll need that in a second anyway. All right, so it says here that the cotangent of x equals what? 0.303. And the cotangent of x equals negative 3.303. That's where I'm at now. Now what do I do? What do we do if we have something that's not on the unit circle? That we have to solve for?
5 by 260.
No, this isn't the answer. We're still trying to figure out what x is. We don't know what x is. We just know that the cotangent is this. That was the mistake I made, yeah?
You just put it in the calculator.
Yeah, like inverse cotangent, but there is no such thing as inverse cotangent.
Oh.
So instead, you're gonna do this. Tangent of x equals 1 over 0.303. So do an inverse of that. So in my calculator, I'm gonna type in inverse tangent 1 divided by 0.303. I got about 73.1 degrees. And the other one is very similar, just needs a negative. Negative, what, 16.8? Which is the same thing as 360 minus 16.8, or 343.2. All right, your homework, which I'm gonna give you half an hour to do. I'll decide if I wanna do the other ones.